Holy moly guacamole. Ladies and gentlemen, good news, but also concerning news. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia is going to be training with Eddy Reynoso. Yep. Henry Garcia, Ryan Garcia's father, has stated in recent interview with Mill City Boxing that Ryan Garcia is going to be training with Eddy Reynoso and no longer training with Derrick James. And you know what, man? I think it was a good idea for him to go back to Eddy Reynoso. I think they genuinely do care for Ryan Garcia. And I'm not saying that Derrick James is a bad trainer. I just feel like there was a hiccup there in leading up to the Devin Haney fight. In reference to when Ryan Garcia couldn't make weight and that they needed to hire somebody to help him cut weight, in which it was Scooter. And if you listen to the past interviews and stuff like that, Derrick James, when Scooter came in, Derrick James didn't even meet with Scooter. If you got a prestige trainer like that, why isn't your head trainer helping you cut weight or getting a person that will help your fighter cut weight? It was kind of weird scenario. But anyway, we also know that Teofimo Lopez is going to be training with Eddy Reynoso. And we also know that they're going to have this tournament. Turkey Al Sheikh is going to have this tournament in which if Teofimo Lopez beat Richardson Hitchens and then he moves on to fight Jerome Bruce Ennis, or the winner of Stanionis and Jerome Bruce Ennis, and if he beats these guys, then he's going to be fighting in Reha season, February 2026, the winner of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Teofimo Lopez feels like Ryan Garcia is going to beat Devin Haney in a rematch. Well, is it a rematch? Because the first fight was a no contest, so how is it a rematch? But anyway, I do believe also that Ryan Garcia is going to beat Devin Haney in their fight. They got in between fights. Ryan Garcia going to be facing Rolly, and Devin Haney going to be facing Jose Ramirez. But the conflict of interest is, if Teofimo Lopez looks to fight Ryan Garcia, how is it going to work? If Ryan Garcia going to be training with Eddy Reynoso and Teofimo Lopez going to be training with Eddy Reynoso, how is it going to work? It's a conflict of interest. I haven't asked Teofimo Lopez, well, I don't think he's done an interview yet, in terms of what does he feel of Ryan Garcia training with Eddy Reynoso and him training with Eddy Reynoso. Will they be in the gym together? Now, we see that Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez has been cordial. We have seen guys that have sparred together and still fight, but not in the while they're in the same level, right? We've seen these guys probably spar and work with each other. I don't know if Teofimo Lopez ever sparred with Ryan Garcia. I know Teofimo Lopez sparred with the likes of Devin Haney, and we all know the history of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez and Javante Tan Davis and such. But seems like it's a conflict of interest. I think that a lot of people do want to see how does Teofimo Lopez look with Eddy Reynoso. We've seen already Ryan Garcia work with Eddy Reynoso. You know, it was a good win versus Luke Campbell under Eddy Reynoso. And I know they had a little hiccup there with Eddy Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez, in which they felt like Ryan Garcia was not as disciplined as they wished they wanted him to be. And probably he was going through things outside of the sport of boxing, as we all know. You know, he pulled out of a fight because of mental illness and things of that nature. That he pulled out of a fight of an injury. And, you know, Canelo Alvarez was giving Ryan Garcia some tough love. And tough love in public, in which, you know, Ryan Garcia did not take that well. And felt like, you know, he should have never went in public and, you know, criticize him, you know, constructive criticism in the eyes of many. But we've seen of late that Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez, you know, were still friends. Canelo Alvarez have spoken, you know, highly of Ryan Garcia. Eddy Reynoso has spoken highly of Ryan Garcia as well. I think it's healthy for Ryan Garcia to be around people that's going to hold him accountable, that's going to help him out at the same time, and somebody that he could look up to, a big brother, you know, a mentor. And maybe, and you know what, and Teofimo Lopez probably need that as well. Even though that he has a great relationship with his dad, maybe he does need a camp with fighters around him, and a fighter like Canelo Alvarez that, you know, he is represent everything that's great in the sport of boxing, outside of, you know, how I feel about that fight that I want Canelo Alvarez to fight at this stage of his career. I would like to see Canelo Alvarez get in the ring with David Benavidez. I know a lot of people talking about, well, the report saying that Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting Terrence Bud Crawford. I think is a mismatch. I'm not too much of a fan of that fight. But it is what it is, man. I can't control nothing in the sport of boxing. But I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how this is going to work. Have we seen fighters fight each other and they had the same trainers, and then the trainer had to make a decision? I do believe that when Manny Pacquiao did fight Miguel Cotto, I believe Freddie Roach had to. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that he needed to make a decision to know he was going to train. I think that's why Jamel Charlo truly also never fought Earl of True Spence outside of their friendship. But I think that if Ryan Garcia would have to face Teofimo Lopez, who will Eddy Reynoso, which corner Eddy Reynoso will be? I probably would think, if I had to guess, I probably would think that he will be probably in Ryan Garcia's corner. I don't know, because Teofimo Lopez Sr. still is going to be the head trainer in the corner. Teofimo Lopez have alluded to that. Teofimo Lopez Sr. said that he ain't going nowhere in terms of the corner. And I know that that Henry Garcia is always in Ryan Garcia's corner, but he does play the back as well. He is a voice, but he does play the back, right? We just have to see. Maybe we'll get a feel for who Eddy Reynoso, you know, have better chemistry with, a better relationship with. We got to see a fight with Teofimo Lopez and Eddy Reynoso and see how is it going to work, and then probably I could have a better indication of who Eddy Reynoso will, what corner Eddy Reynoso is going to be if Teofimo Lopez does fight Ryan Garcia. But what do you think about that? Who would you want Eddy Reynoso to stay with if he had to pick one, Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia? Now, if he had to pick one, in my opinion, I would say, I'm not in the corner, but I'm just saying, if he had to pick one, it doesn't mean they're gonna fight each other or something like that. But if Eddy Reynoso had to pick one, I think Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, because we already seen that trainer fighter relationship with Ryan Garcia. I would like to know how Eddy Reynoso is going to look with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a disciplined fighter. He never been labeled as a fighter that does not work hard, that's undisciplined. Canelo Alvarez loved the way that he works out. He's a sponge, and you know, we'll see. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch Wrong Boxing, aka Mr. Moo, shot himself. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.